Formulating opinions was much harder than I thought. Hi guys, it's Sajid and today I'll be doing the Unpopular Opinions book tag. This tag was created by someone who I don't know the name of, but I will put it on the screen and link their channel in the description. And I was tagged by Lulu over at Lulu's Library, so thank you very much for tagging me, and I will leave a link to her channel down in the description as well. For a popular book or series that I didn't like, I decided to go with To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I actually didn't even finish this book. I'm about like 200 pages in. I just didn't like it that much. The writing style and the whole family aspect I really did like, and the characters and stuff like that. Those things really drawed me into this novel. Those are the things that actually made me wanting to read a little bit more of the novel. But my problem is the overall storyline. I feel as though as if this has no plot. They're just there and they're just doing things, and it's not really all that entertaining. I don't know if I'll ever finish it. I hope to, but I have so much other priority reads right now that this isn't looking like it's gonna be an abandonment. I'll try, but it's not looking good. I really didn't know what to pick up when it came to a popular book or series that everyone hates but I like. I've only been consistently reading for about a year, so I don't have a lot of, in my mind library that could apply to some of these questions. But for this one particular, I will go with a trilogy that I read. A very popular, very well-loved trilogy. But even though it's well-loved, out of all the books that I have, it's probably the one with the most negative reviews on feedback and stuff like that. That's gonna be the Divergent trilogy by Veronica Roth. Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant. This trilogy was such an important part of my reading life. I read it last year and it really hit me, it really got to me, and I love it so much, and I don't care what anyone else thinks about it. People say it's a rip-off of the Hunger Games, to which I say those people need to re-evaluate their lives, because this is not the Hunger Games. Reiterating, this is not the Hunger Games. I don't really care about love triangles. I don't care about couples and OTPs and that kind of stuff. It's like, you want to be with them? Fine. You want to break up? Fine. It's not my life. It's not my life. At least I haven't experienced that yet. If I had to pick though, I would say maybe Hermione and Ron. I only read the first 4 books, so they're not like together yet. But I know that they will be together because obviously, that's one of the most known things about Harry Potter, that Ron and Hermione end up becoming a couple. It's not that I see Ron with someone else or that I see Hermione with Harry or anyone else. It's just that I don't see them together. Perhaps when I read the next 3 books, I will understand. But honestly, I don't know. I think Ron is kind of irrelevant. I'm sorry. I know some people love Ron. I don't think he's important. Maybe not yet, because as I've said, I've only read the first 4 books. Yes, the first 4 books, okay. Yeah, so I'm not that qualified, but so far not caring much for Ron. A popular genre that I hardly reach for, I'm gonna have to say maybe the young adult, paranormal genre, and new adult books. Those books don't really, spark interest to me. I don't know. They don't seem like things that I care to read, to be quite honest. A beloved character that I did not like. This book is behind me and it's behind me and it's stacked underneath other books. Finally, Peter. I just think Peter was a liability. He didn't really bring anything to the table for me. I mean, I just thought that he was just lame. I didn't care much for him. I really did not care about him at all. When I first started watching The Hunger Games, I was initially Team Gale, but then I eventually just became Team Katniss because I didn't care for Katniss to end up with either one of them, especially Peter, because honestly, I don't see the purpose of Peter. I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody. I know I was supposed to preface this with I don't want to offend anybody or anything like that, so I forgot to do that. So let me say it now. I don't want to offend anybody or disregard your opinions, but I think Peter is lame. Sorry. I can't really think of anything for this one because I haven't really like tried to get into many authors, and I haven't read like multiple books by any specific author. So there are a couple books that I can't really get into, like To All the Boys I've Loved Before. But that's the only book that I ever tried to read by that author, so I won't base my judgment on the author based on that, one book. So, yeah, I don't really have anything for this right now. I might probably do an Unpopular Opinions Part 2 in another, millennium or something. So I can, have more book knowledge. To actually have things to show you for these challenges. A popular book trope that you're tired of seeing, I would definitely say love triangles. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I understand that they're not realistic and they're kind of cheesy, but I don't mind them. But I mean, why does every young adult dystopian book and every young adult book have to have some kind of love triangle thing? It's kind of annoying. Another trope that I'm tired of seeing is young adult contemporaries, and it's I don't really care to sit down and read about your feelings. I want some plot, I want some action, I want some mystery, kidnapping, suspense, and do something interesting. This is starting to sound like a rant. I should but I'm actually quite enjoying this. A popular series that you're not interested in reading. I'm about that never say never life, but if I had to choose something that I don't really think that I will read and I don't really care to read, it would have to be Vampire Academy. I've heard really good things about it. At one point I was interested in picking up the first book. I'm not saying that I never will read it, but I honestly do have no interest in reading it. And, it falls within that young adult paranormal genre, but I heard that it's supposed to be different or better from other typical vampire young adult literature. But I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I have no interest. Again, don't really have anything for this one, but I could go with one book that I did not finish. That would be The Help by Catherine Stockett. Not that this is a bad book or anything, but I've seen the movie 15 million times before going into the book, and I just know what's gonna happen, so I didn't feel like reading it. And I honestly was never gonna buy this book, but this is the hardcover deluxe edition that I saw selling for freaking $6 on sale, and I was like, yes. Discount books, hardcover, deluxe, why not? Yeah, but I really liked the movie, and the book is okay too, I guess, but I just don't feel like reading it. Maybe one day when I forget The Help, I might probably pick it up, but as of right now, it's just gonna stay on my shelf and wait. It's gonna just wait. Okay, so now it's time for me to tag people. I totally forgot that I need to tag people. I don't know who to tag. Jeez, who should I tag? I don't know if these people have already done this, so if you guys are watching this video, you are officially tagged by me, and if you haven't done this tag, then go ahead and do it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next one.